we're making a game. And just to show you how serious I am, I've hidden $100 somewhere in this video. All you have to do is solve the puzzle. Hopefully someone figures it out by 0624. Now, I've made some content in the past, but it's been a while, so I figured I should reintroduce myself. The name is Grizz. And 5 key things you should know about me are: I live in Vancouver, BC, I have a wife and a kid, and I love bets, challenges, and any sort of secrets or hidden messages. Pause that! I see what you did there. Rewind, and stop! 5 must be the first digit of the credit card. Yeah, the first digit should be easy, but the other 15 will be way harder, I promise. Now, get out of here. Anyways, I've been making games for a few years now, and I've found inspiration from modern games like the new Rogue Legacy, Lost Ark, and Elden Ring, but I've always enjoyed the complex simplicity of older games like Duck Hunter, Tetris, and Paperboy. I started my game dev journey like many other inspiring indie devs in the Unity game engine. Not only because it was popular at the time, but I do have a small C# background. What I don't have is an art background. So that's why I hooked up with my boy Hades to make all my dev-like games a lot better looking. Now the games don't only look better, but they're twice as much fun too. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can play all our past games. If you've stuck around this far, you're thinking, Grizz, how do I claim the $100 that I've found because I've solved this entire problem? Well, you probably haven't solved the whole thing, maybe about halfway.
So at the end of the video, just head to this site, enter in the number that you figured out, the expiry, the CVV, hit submit, verify you're a human, click the dear always, and then make sure there's $100. If there's still $100 in there, no one else has solved the puzzle and you're the first person. Congratulations. You better spend it though before someone else does.
Alright, so let me set the stage for the game. Quiet, Grizz, I got this. Imagine a world where you have to work a corporate job from 7 to 5. In this roguelike game, you play as a demon employee who's been working in hell for far too long. He remembers what hell used to be like hell. Take on the 7 sins and Satan to make hell great again. Welcome to corporate hell. That name needs to change. Also, these explosions and explosion sounds need to stop. But what doesn't need to change is the core plan, creating a simple game that can be expanded on. So that is exactly what we are going to do. 7 levels, 8 bosses, and we're gonna focus on making everything as tight and juicy as possible. This is also why roguelike games are amazing for new devs. With a little bit of extra effort, you get a ton of replayability. We are definitely gonna add a few twists to make our game stand out, but I'm gonna save those for another video down the road. Another amazing thing about building HellCorp in Unity, HellCorp, is the amazing resources that are available online. With a few extra dollars spent and a lot of extra hours, we have been able to create a ton of our core systems, like a level generator, a dungeon builder, some core combat systems already in our game. Anyone looking to build a top-down shooter or roguelike game, here are some of the courses that I have taken and would recommend. So while I was clicking one button to generate all the code written so far, Hades was slaving away at all the art being created. And he did not disappoint with some of his early sprites. Meet Ned. Ned can walk, dash, and blast. But Ned needs something to blast at. So we thought testing our combat system with some of Lust's play toys was the only reasonable thing to do. This will also help us determine whether the game is funny or if we've already pushed the limits too far. So here are the 4 enemies that are made so far. Each enemy currently has move, attack, and death animation. We think they're pretty funny, but let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're writing these comments, I want to take a second to pour my heart out on why I'm making this devlog series. I've always been inspired by other devs who can create this content and build a community around it, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I have a ton of cool ideas of how to incorporate the community into the game, from a Hall of Fame to making you a boss in a secret level. So if you've always wanted to be immortalized in a video game, it would mean a lot to me if you subscribe and join me on this journey. If you've made it this far into the video, we can now reveal to you the final step that we're taking to make this game a reality: creating an awesome game studio. So I introduce to you Hot Chick Studios. Now even you can be a hot chick. Well, by this point you should have all the information you need to solve the puzzle and claim your prize. If, for whatever reason, no one solved this by the time I release the next video, I'll be sure to add a hint or clue in the next one. By the way, the next video is finishing the prototype, which will be completely playable for everyone who's following. Be sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next one. I'm getting too old for this.